It's a nice early morning and I've just pulled up here onto a new permission that I've just gained within the last week, and there's a lot of crows and magpies causing the farmer a lot of problems here. So I decided to come up early and see if I could shoot a few for him. I decided to try something a bit different here today. I'm going to use my van as a hide, as the only other sheds that are close by are about 100 yards away, so a little bit too far to be shooting the points where the crows and magpies are landing up at. So I decided just to try my van and see how we get on. I've also brought a dead rabbit that I'm going to place out here that you can see. I did it off camera, and I'm going to try and use him to lure my magpies and crows in. So once I'm happy that everything's all set up, I'll make my way forward and climb into the back of the van, where I'm going to get my gun and the camera ready. And I've literally only just managed to get the magazine into the gun, and my first magpie lands up. He's about 35 yards away, and I take aim at his chest as he's facing me, just to give me a bigger area to take a shot at. And down he goes nicely. This magpie lands up 2 minutes later, not very happy that I've just shot his mate. And I take aim at his head, but he pulls his head away at the last second, and the pellet goes clean over the top of him, resulting in a miss. A short while later, this crow here lands up. He's about 40 yards away, and I place the crosshairs on his shoulder here, and I squeeze the trigger, but for some reason the gun doesn't fire. And I look down and I realise I haven't bolted the rifle since the last shot that I took. But whilst I'm looking down and rebolting the rifle, the crow swaps posts, and I didn't realise the camera was no longer filming him. But I shot him off camera and took him cleanly. And as you can hear, again, the crows are not happy their brethren has been shot. So about an hour and a half has passed by now, and then this crow lands up at 50 yards away, and I take aim at him and I drop him nice and cleanly, and again the crows go bananas, but none of these landed up to give me another shot. It's around 11 o'clock now, and the weather's taken a turn for the worst. The wind has really picked up. We've got a really strong wind, and the clouds are starting to darken. I'm pretty sure it's going to rain. The crows and magpies have stopped coming in. So I decided to lift one of the crows that I shot earlier, and I'm going to place him as a decoy overlooking the rabbit that I've also placed out this morning, and see if I can give the birds confidence to come back in and land again, and hopefully get a few more before this rain comes in. The wind is so strong I'm having trouble getting even the decoy to stay put. But eventually he does. So 20 minutes later, this crow here lands up. And I'm just about to take a shot at him, and he spots the movement of the barrel and he's off. So just as I start getting a bit of interest in my rabbit bait and my crow decoy, this happens. Just as the crows and magpies start coming in again, we get a torrential downpour. Absolutely belting down with rain out there, as you can see in the camera. Good old British weather. All the crows and magpies have now gone and taken shelter. I'm hoping that this is just a shower that's going to last about 20 minutes and then it's going to go. But we'll see. So an hour later we get a short break in the weather here, and this final crow lands up, and I take aim at him, and I'm aiming off to the left to allow for the wind, but I don't quite give him enough. My pellet just takes some neck feathers off of him there, and he flies off. And this is the last one I get a chance at today, and it's not too long before that weather rears its ugly head and it starts raining again. So I decided to call it a day. It hasn't been as productive as I thought it was going to be today. down to the weather, it just hasn't helped at all. But with 2 crows and a magpie in the bag, it's better than nothing.